Got that in before we went live.
Hi, everybody.
Just why?
Like, do you know who that was supposed to be?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's
wasn't bad, right?
F in the chat for Kyle's impersonation, please.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick.
I thought it was Peter Schlegel's character when he was doing the Dracula people from Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah,
phenomenal movie.
It's just a great. You want a good laugh? It's a good movie.
The weather outside is weather.
I stopped wearing a watch when I came out here. Oh, that's so cool, man. No, I mean, like, I got a watch on my phone. I have a funny story for everybody who's here in the pre-show about the podcast that we just recorded.
Okay.
And I think Chris is in on this.
Oh, boy.
Joe, it involves you.
Oh, no.
So we're recording tomorrow's podcast right before this. We're finishing the mock draft.
It's easy to put this one in the can because it's a mock draft. We're not waiting for any stories to break, so we put these shows in the can. So it's easier for me to get them up in a reasonable time. Yeah.
We still reacted to some breaking news on tomorrow's pod in real time. Chris was not happy about it, but that's okay. And I'm getting ready to finish a thought and kick it over to Joe. And I look up and he looks like...
I forgot about this already.
He looks like he's in outer space, in orbit with no oxygen, just mouth agape, eyes wide. He's turning some hue and shade I've never seen a human being turn before. So I kind of like acknowledge it with my eyes, and then I keep talking until I see that he like brings the mic back to his face.
Yeah, that's when you know, like, Joe like throws the mic away from his camera, and I'm like, Joe, like you're up next, man.
I didn't know that you guys were paying any attention.
Like, you have to go next.
Guys, I'm struggling here.
Like,
I need you to know.
Up. Like, I don't know what's going on, but like we can't stop. Like, you're next up in the order here.
But we got to the end of the show, and it was only at the end of the show that I saw he dropped a message in the group chat.
Oh, I didn't see it until way after the show was done recording.
That said, got a massive air bubble here. And then he responds to himself and goes, clear.
Yeah, I mean, part of it you had to be there, but it was very enjoyable in the moment. Hopefully, maybe you can pick up on when Kyle is just filibustering for time.
I had no idea you guys were even aware.
Oh, I was aware.
Joe,
creating a scene here. Guys, I'm not well. You got to keep going.
Joe, your microphone was off camera. You pushed it completely out of the shot. Like, how am I not supposed to be concerned at that point that, like, I don't know if Joe's going to participate in the rest of the show?
And then we wrapped, and Chris goes, Joe, are you all right?
Like, are you good, man?
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, you know what? On that note,
let's do.
I haven't been able to see you this whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can now. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. What's better than this? It's guys being dudes on the Draft Dudes live stream here on a Thursday evening, April 1st, April Fools. We're not falling for any of your crap, so just know that we're ready for the jokes. Let's interact. Let's talk football. Whatever you got. Would you rathers? Maybe a take. Let's
Heads
talk
on a swivel.
Yeah, we're ready for it all.
Yeah, we're ready for some impromptu wee-woos from Kyle with some breaking news.
If there's worthwhile breaking news.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need to have a conversation about what you consider worthwhile compared to me, but that's all right.
I've cleared my air bubble, so...
Like, Joe, can you, for the listeners here, can you push your microphone where you had it?
I think I had it here.
Like, it
completely
guys,
out of the screen.
So on the Zoom call, I can see everybody. Kyle's talking. I have my microphone in front of me, and Joe's microphone is just completely out of the picture. And I'm concerned at that point that I don't know if we're going to be able to continue moving on with the show. So I'm glad that you're okay, Joe. I'm glad that we're going to be able to move on here and get Would You Rather other way here on a Thursday. All right, Sam. Well, you can lead us off here. A little baseball terminology here for you. Leading off here on the show, Sam. Would you rather the NFL add 2 or 4 new teams or expand the regular season to 18 games during your lifetime? I think this is an easy one.
You're going to make an argument for more games.
I know I'm going to make an argument for give me more teams, give me more cities, give me more cool places to play football.
Yeah, I'm with that side of it.
And it feels like there's an inevitability of adding an 18th game, right? Like this will happen before 2030. They'll be like, yeah, let's stack it.
Because they'll need it for that next TV deal, right?
Yeah. So probably.
Greetings, Jamie. This is for all 3 of us. Would you rather the Patriots win another Super Bowl, beating your favorite team in the AFC Championship game, or Tom Brady win another championship by beating your favorite team in the Super Bowl?
This might be a controversial take.
Yeah, I'm entrenched in my position on this one.
Tom's super easy to like now. Now that he's away from all that, I would rather see Tom Brady win another one and appreciate the greatness that he is. And it's no different than me than like watching LeBron James play basketball, right? And one of the all-time greats. I'm not going to get into the Jordan versus LeBron debate or anything like that, but like at a certain point, you have to take a step back and appreciate the greatness that exists. And I can do that much more easily with Tom now that Tom has moved on from New England, and I can appreciate how damn good he is.
Yeah, I'm ready to lose the Super Bowl again. You know, I did the AFC Championship game thing. Yeah, I'll take that Super Bowl loss.
This question is asking us to determine which loss are we willing to withstand more, right? Our teams are losing in both of these scenarios. And to watch Bill Belichick win another Super Bowl, no, thank you.
Can't do it.
Uninterested. Tom Brady can beat me in a Super Bowl because then at least I will have seen the Jets in the Super Bowl in my lifetime. So I will make that trade any day of the week.
Could not be me.
Sean, big shouts to you on this one. I like this one a lot. Would you rather make a weakness a strength or make 2 weaknesses serviceable?
Regarding a football player?
I would just assume I was thinking this from like the life perspective. Like there are things that you just aren't good at and you can make something a strength, or you can take 2 things that you're not really good at and just be average at those things.
I guess I need to know what the weaknesses I make a strength is.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I want the strength. I want to be adequate. I want another have an asset.
Now I want to be more well-rounded. Give me the 2 weaknesses becoming serviceable.
Now this is the Lee Smith thing. You know, Lee Smith has made like $23 million in the NFL. Had like 10-year career. He's caught like 30 passes. He just happens to be the best blocking tight end of our era. So be the best at something. So I think it's having something that are strengths matters more. Yes, I think it's about having strengths.
You look at it from a prospect's perspective, and it's what is the traits that you can hang your hat on.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, we talk about Jags, just a guy. And those are the players that really don't have an identifying factor about their game. So you can apply that to a lot of different things. So give me the strength.
I think do you see Jamie's follow-up point there?
I will throw it up here.
That was really good.
Weakness to strength, it's easier to make money or enjoy something you're good at versus just average. Fair. Yeah. It's fair. Yeah. This one from Vontel. You're getting offered to play quarterback. Congratulations, gentlemen. You factor everything in. Would you rather play for Florida State, Michigan, Oregon, or Mississippi State?
I can tell you where I'm not going.
Is it Mississippi State?
Mississippi State.
So where Mike Leach throws the ball so many times your arm falls off?
No, that's just that. You don't see a lot of success transitioning out of that. That's
Michigan. The answer here is Michigan.
Is it though?
I think the answer here is Oregon.
No, I think Michigan's the team that would get you ready to play in the NFL.
Herbert, Justin.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if I have Justin Herbert's physical gifts, that's one thing. Doesn't matter where Justin Herbert plays.
I'm going to take a lame out here. I'm going to go with Oregon because the facilities are out of this world.
Give me those jerseys too, you know.
Michigan.
Get to wear those jerseys.
Play real football.
Somewhere Brentley is grinning from ear to ear.
That we both said that as an answer.
Took Oregon.
I would never let him
know
that.
By the way, totally misinterpreted Sean's point. My fault, Sean. You were talking about the draft. Well, I was going more philosophical and was going more real life. So, just try to help everybody out here. Let's find another one here. This is an interesting one. Would you rather have a lefty quarterback or a lefty center?
Tell you something. We do scouting meetings every day, and Jordan reads on every one of those with us. And if that dude doesn't find every reason to mention that centers are left-handed, it's like that's like his big thing. Oh, he's a left-handed center. So I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's probably easier. But
especially with how much the game is played in gun now.
Yeah,
right? You don't see a lot of traditional I formation and like so much of it's shotgun that like I think a left-handed center is easier to adjust to than changing like the side of the field for progressions and receivers having to adjust to a different spin on the ball and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So from Raul, would you rather only be able to have sweet food for breakfast for the rest of your life or savory food?
Can we get an example?
Yeah.
I need to know what's at stake here.
Okay. So, and now is this, can just the chat at large give us examples or do we want, okay.
And,
all right.
And sweet food for breakfast. I'm only making one thing be consistent. If I have sweet food for breakfast and I can have all the other food that I want for the rest of my life, or just savory food, I feel like this is pretty obvious to pick the sweet food for breakfast and then have everything else at your disposal for other meals.
I really don't like sweet food for breakfast though. Like
so you're gonna be
cinnamon buns, pancakes.
Okay, so yeah, so like cinnamon buns versus eggs.
Is yogurt a sweet food?
It probably would be. Like I don't want to take us down this road again, but like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Apple Jacks, those are sweet cereals. I think those would be out in this scenario.
Kyle the committee has the right idea.
I have
like steak and eggs.
To me, like if you tell me I can't have steak and eggs, I'm out. Like I want steak and eggs.
You can have steak and eggs for every other meal of your life.
No, I think that's a loophole. Yes, Kyle.
Joe.
Yeah.
Anytime you and I travel somewhere, where do we go?
Cracker Barrel.
And what do we get?
Country Boy.
The Country Boy breakfast. Right. It's all savory food.
Except for the cinnamon apples.
Plus, great point, bacon. Like, end of discussion.
Every day of my life, I have the same thing for breakfast. Yogurt and banana.
So you're a sweet breakfast guy.
I think I am. And then I have a Built Bar with coffee.
Ooh. That's a good way to go.
I still haven't thrown away this morning's. We went banana cream puff.
Phenomenal. The puffs are amazing.
I did not think I was going to like them, and I do.
You do.
Yeah, churro puff and banana cream pie are good.
This one from Vladimir. Would you rather take Pitts at 6 and Phillips at 18 or Chase at 6 and Najee at 18? I believe this one is directed at you, Kyle.
Yeah.
You know the answer to this, brother.
It's Pitts and Phillips.
Yeah.
That's right, it is.
Two aliens, man.
Yeah.
This is not going to be accepted. I know this is Would You Rather. I am not going to stand for this on the show tonight.
Get out.
Leave it up. Leave it up.
Okay.
Leave it up.
Get out.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
With the lights on and everything.
No, this is we need to stop the show completely to let Joe do this. Joe, please take your time.
Imagine thinking I knew where the hell the switch was on this thing.
No, please take your time.
We do this every time.
It's got to be ventriloquist again because I'm just too tall. But here he is. He's with us.
It's unbelievable. What a bad take. This one from Braden. Would you rather draft Landon Dickerson or Quinn Meinerz?
Landon
Dickerson, and it's not even close.
Yeah, it's a weird question.
Listen, I just
be nice to Braden.
Jeez,
I just wanted to
unbelievable
express my love for Dickerson. It's a good question, but I think the Quinn Meinerz hype might be a little.
I understand that Landon Dickerson has some durability questions, right? Never mind the fact that the dude's out there doing cartwheels like 2 days ago. So I understand there's that appeal, but Landon Dickerson playing in the SEC and playing at an extremely high level versus Quinn Meinerz and the flashes that he showed at D3 and then going to the Senior Bowl and having 3 good days of practice is like, no. I'll take Landon Dickerson. I know a lot closer to what I'm actually going to get.
This one from 5th and Goal. Would you rather depend on Mac Jones to be your starter or hope Kellen Mond can be your starter?
Mac Jones.
Mac will execute the mechanics of the offense, how it is supposed to be executed. So
head'll be above water.
Take that. Yep.
Would you rather have Slater at 23 or Penei Sewell at 7?
There's no trade-off though. Oh, I don't understand the question. Wouldn't you just pick the player that's higher on your board? Like, how does the where you get him matter here?
I guess it's just a hypothetical of what's a better value.
Okay.
Sewell at 7 or Slater at 23. Somebody had the take earlier that was Sewell or Slater will not be the second offensive lineman drafted. And if I were to agree with that, it would be because I think he would go first.
First, yeah.
Would you rather have Tevin Jenkins and Diami Brown as your first 2 picks, or Rashad Bateman and Alex Leatherwood? I know where Joe's going on this one.
No, Kyle too.
Jenkins and
Brown.
Yeah.
That's a slam dunk duo if you can get that.
Can I get the approval, Moraka, on that portion of the take?
So Sean had a good comment. He said I should have used the approval Moraka for the take. Yeah.
And that's why I had you bring it in there. Fontel, all right.
Oh, we're getting weird tonight. I like it.
Would you rather choose one to eat for the rest of your life? The rest are gone forever. Burritos, fried chicken, spaghetti, cheeseburger.
Spaghetti can get
spaghetti's no way I'm picking that. Yeah, no.
We'll buy.
Okay. There's so many other pastas I can eat.
Okay.
Were you going to pick spaghetti, Joe, with all those other options on the board?
I have spaghetti every Sunday with my family, so I feel some type of way about that.
But you can get other pastas.
Yeah, but it's not spaghetti. Oh, I guess I could have like linguine or something. It's like,
right. Okay.
Oh yeah. What a loophole. Yeah, sorry, I'm with you.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm picking burritos. You
could
literally put beef.
What a bad take. What a bad take.
You lost your mind. You could put beef in the burrito. You can like literally replicate a cheeseburger in the form of a burrito. And fried chicken.
It's fried chicken.
I think I'm taking fried chicken.
Yeah, the answer is fried chicken.
Yeah. You could just grill the chicken.
Joe, I think there's a distinct difference between those two things, but I can just make a burrito into a taco and it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same process.
Well, geez,
it's a different taste, and I prefer a burrito to a taco.
There's too many loopholes here.
It's not a loophole. I'm just pointing out that.
Well done, Chris. Well done.
How about this one from Colin? You see
this one from Colin. You just can't. This is the one you're referencing?
Yeah.
You're the GM of a rebuilding team. Would you rather draft a franchise quarterback first and build the team around that quarterback, or rebuild the team first before drafting a franchise quarterback?
It depends on where I'm picking in the draft order. If I've got an early pick, I'm probably going to take advantage of that situation, but I'm going to make sure I have a veteran in place so that I don't press him into action prematurely. I understand that's not the way it's really done anymore. But if I were a team, Detroit, picking 7, I'm probably building up the rest of the team, and then I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I've got 8 million first-round picks in the future, and I'm probably going to try and rub a couple picks together and make a couple more of them while I'm at it. And then I can go all in and I can trade a big package and let that be the last piece that I go after. So I think each team is a little unique in that scenario. Joe?
I have recently been spending a lot of time thinking about quarterbacks and them being successful. And I look at a lot of the recent drafts, and it's not the first guy that got drafted that is having the best career. And I think a lot of that comes down to they go to the team picking first, and that's a terrible football team that has a lot of issues. And I do think that we see a lot more success happen with quarterbacks where it's not necessarily at what slot they get drafted, it's where they go because they have the right ingredients around them to make it successful. So I worry a lot about getting a quarterback before your roster is ready for the quarterback. So I would probably get the roster up to a point before I really went in on that quarterback so I don't ruin my opportunity to get the most out of that player.
You hear that, Chris?
Oh, no, I heard him. I heard what he said. I just don't agree with it. So
you hear that? I mean, all I know is I saw the Jets season ticket stuff for 2021 is out, and Sam Darnold's face is plastered all over it.
Yeah, wow. That's the practical application element here is significant. Yeah.
Would you rather?
He's ready to move on. He's not even going to acknowledge it.
Would you rather have Patrick Mahomes with only UDFA skill players or Dwayne Haskins with all first-round skill players?
One of these two players is capable of elevating the play of those around them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the UDFAs.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because just because they're UDFA doesn't mean they can't play.
Right.
It's a great point. The Arizona Cardinals tweet saying Josh Rosen is our guy is still up on the
All I'm doing is trolling Chris.
Yeah, I know, but you know what?
It already came through the Slack channel today, and
it's fine. Just whatever. Speaking of the Jets, would you rather the Jets take ETN or Creed Humphrey at the top of the second round?
ETN's not going to be there at the top of the second round because the Buffalo Bills are drafting him 30th overall.
Well, how can he be there at 30th overall if the Jets are going to take him at 23?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Joe?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
Maybe I
don't know
am,
that,
Sam.
I don't know
Maybe
that
I am.
Kyle gave an answer either. You took the loophole, assuming he was off the board. If they were both available, if I'm the Jets, I'm going to pick Creed Humphrey.
My higher graded player is Travis Etienne. But for the Jets situation, I think it would be more important with a young quarterback to draft an offensive line and really build a sturdy offensive line in front of him.
This one from William. Would you rather have Ryan Pace or Dave Gettleman as your general manager for the next decade?
There have been a lot of appealing dynamics to the Chicago Bears roster outside of a swing and miss at quarterback multiple times. So I'm going to hope that Ryan Pace learns his lesson from how he chose to address the quarterback situation in Chicago and makes different kinds of decisions with a different process. But there's a lot of good players on that Bears team that were acquired by Ryan Pace. So I'm going to go Ryan Pace.
I agree. I think if he would have had a different fortune at quarterback, which I think luck is, there's an element of luck that's required when it comes to getting the quarterback position right. I think he's had a good enough team, and the fact that like they've been respectable in terms of win-loss record the last 3 years with below average quarterback play. I'd like to know how much better that team could be if they had a top 15 starter instead of a bottom 10.
Would you rather have a 6'5" corner with length but no tools and try to develop him, or a 5'11" corner with no length but all the tools and have him start day one?
I want the guy who can play.
Yeah.
So give me 5'11" all day long. I think it's perfectly fine. I mean, if you were talking 5'7", we'd probably have a problem because then he'd probably have to play nickel.
Yeah.
But 5'11", that'll meet every threshold. So I'm good with it.
Which first 2-round pick combo would you rather? Patrick Surtain, Rondale Moore, or Rashawn Slater, Eric Stokes?
Keep it up because I got to look at this more. Surtain and Moore, Slater and Stokes. Oof. Surtain and Moore.
You know how I'm deciding this? I'm going to take my lowest graded player out of the 4, and that's going to decide whether I'm taking that group or not.
Okay. I love this Slater Stokes grouping, but
I think I like that one better.
Yes. Let's make it a clean sweep. Slater and Stokes.
Because you're getting what? A top 3 offensive lineman and a top 5 corner on our boards?
Yeah.
And I say our when I say TDN because I don't have any input in the numbers compared to what you're getting on the other side.
Why is Halil's Real Football Talk continuing to slander Tyler Shelvin in the comments? It's like the 4th time I've seen it. Halil, you're hurting my feelings. You're talking to the president of the Tyler Shelvin fan club.
Yeah, I mean, every time we do mocks on Monday and he's available late in the round, you want him. So
Kairos Tonga is a really fun prospect too, but there's something about 350 on the nose, and that's Tyler.
I think Shelvin's more dynamic too, just with movement skills and disruption.
Would you rather have John Gruden as your GM or Mike Mayock as your coach?
I'd rather have Mayock as my coach.
Yeah, I think so. We've seen John during his time in Tampa, especially, right? He tried to shop for the groceries, as the saying goes. And we saw that whittled away pretty quickly on him. And his Raiders team, question about how much of input that he has on the roster construction there. It's not inspiring either way. So give me an unknown dynamic, because the dynamic that we do know a little bit about is not overly exciting or going to move the needle for me.
What does Gruden have to show for 3 years, 3 off seasons so far with the Raiders? What they found Darren Waller. Jacobs looks like a good running back, and what? They've ruined their offensive line. They've failed miserably at the defensive line. They have not turned the Khalil Mack trade into something that's going to make their team better. The secondary has not been rebuilt. The linebackers were back to scratch on that. I mean, they're just pissing in the wind and they're not hitting anything, man.
You are the owner of an NFL team for the next 5 years. Would you rather have Bill O'Brien as your GM and Bill Belichick as your coach, or John Lynch as your GM and Adam Gase as your coach?
Oh, man.
No.
And that was disrespectful to Colton Miller, by the way, as Ryan pointed out in the comments. They have Colton Miller. Yeah. If I'm the owner, I can finesse this a little bit, right?
What do you mean? What are you trying to find a loophole?
Well, I mean, if you're the owner, you could just have a puppet as your general manager and call the shots. So maybe you focus your attention on the coaching dynamic.
So you get Belichick and you tell Bill O'Brien, yeah, you're the GM on paper, but you don't get to do anything.
Yeah,
I think that is a party foul. I don't think that is in the nature.
No, that's the avenue I'm endorsing as well.
No, I don't like
and
this.
That's a 2-1 vote. So
no.
we're gonna.
Can the chat back me up on this? These two gentlemen are clearly not following the integrity of the
question. Even if you're not allowed to, Bill Belichick's resume.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that over John Lynch's resume at GM as the more appealing half of the other scenario. Halil said we're too high on Tyler Shelvin, Joe. We don't even have him in the top 75.
Right, I think we have
a late 3 on grade on Tyler Shelvin.
I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Who would stop watching their team first between Kyle and Joe? Rex Ryan coaching the Dolphins or Adam Gase coaching the Bills?
We're watching no matter what, man.
Correct. Correct. I'm just
We've already been
more.
through this. Yeah. We've already been through it. We kept watching.
Okay, just making sure. Listen, William, you're gonna find people on this call right now, on this show right now, that agree with this. Would you rather have a box of cookies and cream Built Bar or a box of cookie dough chunk, coconut brownie chunk? It's not close. # robbed of a final spot.
That's
Kyle, the floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Correct. That is correct. I cannot believe cookies and cream was not represented in the finals of the Built Bar Madness tournament that took place this month. It's a sham. I demand a recount. I'm not buying it. Not my champion.
Your champion.
Not my champion.
Can we settle this debate very easily?
What are fudge stripes? Are those like the Elmer fudge?
And guess what? And that shows you what the answer to the question is.
Yeah.
Wait, what are they?
I don't know what fudge stripes are.
Right. So it's Oreos.
Is it the?
I think it's the cookie that has the fudge on the. Yeah. The Elmer fudge.
Yeah,
the
Elmer fudge.
I just think
you know what I meant. It's
oh.
I've never heard it. You've been holding that in your back pocket all these years.
Yeah, he's been impressions in my back pocket. Here's one from Mike. Does Tyler's turning into Tyler Shelvin show? Does Tyler Shelvin harass or you at all? No, and the reason is because he's a nose tackle, right? So if you are going to predominantly play between 45 and 50% of the snaps, and you're primarily a run stuffer, yeah, he's 350 pounds. He doesn't have a lot of dynamic range of motion or explosiveness. I think he's got a ton of power. I think he could push the pocket in individual one-on-one matchups with centers. His RAS as a nose tackle, I'm sure you look up any nose tackle and you're going to be underwhelmed by what their relative athletic score is. So, no, I'm not worried about it. The tape don't lie when it comes to Tyler Shelvin.
So one from Peyton. If you were the Bengals, would you rather a combination of Jamar Chase, Liam Eichenberg, or Penei Sewell, Terrence Marshall Jr. with your first 2 picks?
Chase Eichenberg.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that cut and dry for me, but I still get a quality tackle, and I get the receiver that was better with Burrow. So, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. I hate to bring us back to food, but the chat seems to be thinking this is a good question.
Cosmic Brownie's not close.
Right, and I think that's the answer as well.
Right.
But the
Kyle,
chat.
do you have a take here?
I have no take, no opinion.
But
have you ever had a Cosmic Brownie?
I have not.
Okay,
yeah,
but hold on. Not. But Joe, hold on. Here's 1. Here's 2.
These people are nuts.
Here's 3.
Wow.
Jamie's
4.
weighed in. I mean, you and I are not. We don't win this.
I thought that was like not even close.
Yeah. Okay. Braden's restoring balance to the world here and getting us back. back to reality. All right. Since we're here, how much money would you have to be paid to never eat Oreos again? It's good. It's a lot.
Oh, I don't.
lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure it would be a lot for me. I like Oreos, but money speaks, and that's not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, everybody's got a price.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah,
I don't.
quote it.
might be like
I would say
$500.
I would say a large number. I don't eat Oreos a ton, just because I don't eat a ton of sweets. But we are off the rails in the comments with desserts here.
Okay, let's get us back on track. Joe, would you rather watch Chicago PD or a Kevin Costner movie?
Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah,
Chicago
Joe's going to
PD.
tell you he's never watched Chicago PD. It's just on in his
it's
house.
on. Yeah, it's on enough in my house for me to have a feeling about it. But the thing that annoys me about Chicago PD is a lot of times there's no resolution. They just leave you hanging. So at least the Kevin Costner movie is reasonable.
Kyle, I'm taking my hands off the keyboard. Is there one that you go ahead, put it up?
The Sam Teets one. This one is open and closed. Would you rather take Jamin Davis in the second or Kelvin Joseph in the third? Kelvin Joseph a corner, Jamin Davis linebacker. I'm taking Jamin Davis 100 times out of 100 before I am taking Kelvin Joseph in the third round in this corner class.
Yep, absolutely.
Not even close. Davis is an exciting player. The more you watch, the more you like. Small sample size for both of these guys. Kelvin Joseph, I think, only has 9 or 10 starts.
Yeah, he's a guesser too, man.
Yeah. So if you liked Lonnie Johnson, take a less consistent version of that, and that's what I see in Kelvin Joseph. And that, for me, I'm not drafting that in the top 100.
Guys want one more?
Yeah, let's get one more.
This one from Bengal Brian. Would you rather Leatherwood or Eichenberg at 38 for the Bengals? They may need to play right guard for at least the first season.
I don't like Eichenberg at guard at all.
Yeah. So if you're gonna have to play him at guard, then I'm taking Leatherwood.
Yeah.
There you
go. Braden, people like Johnson. The Texans did. They drafted him in the second round.
But no, I don't. He didn't have a lot of love out there, did he?
No.
At least from people we interact with.
And it was kind of like, we'll see if he still has a chance to turn it around. We'll see if he does. But this was kind of what you expected, that it was going to take a lot of time for him to become pro ready. And Houston was a team at the time that was a playoff contender. And how is that the guy you sign off on when you're going to have to wait a significant amount of time to get any kind of payoff for that pick? We hope you guys had a little bit of a payoff yourselves here on the live stream. We had a good time. We had an Elmer Fudd impersonation. We had Joe's trip to outer space in the pre-show. Anything else? We had a ton of food and dessert talk.
It's been a weird show tonight.
Chris, this is what happens when you give it back to the people.
It's great.
Right?
Love it.
We have this really fun concept on Mondays with Panini and the mock drafts. And now we've opened up the floodgates and everybody takes the ball and runs with it. And you guys did not disappoint. So we're glad you all took the time to tune in, hang out with us on a Thursday night. Kyle Krabs, Joe Marino, Chris Schubert, cheers. Thanks for consuming some Draft Dudes content. Make sure you catch tomorrow's podcast.